Welcome everybody in to a Saturday edition of The Doe Show. We are here. We are live for the Still Talking Podcast, episode 21. It's all good. It's all good. But we will go ahead and start off here while Greenfly gets everything going.
All right, I mean, yeah, feel free to make a start. As I said, I'm here.
He's here.
I'm talking.
He's talking.
I'm just finishing bits of one paper.
He's still talking. Welcome everybody in to the Still Talking Podcast, episode 21. This is the Extreme Rules Premium Live Event podcast. Very short podcast today. We're just going to go over the matches and our predictions. We will be watching the Extreme Rules Premium Live Event. Yeah, in the Discord, if anybody wants to do that. I'm not going to mute Greenfly. That doesn't seem very nice. But we will be joined here in a little bit, by Dennis. He is running a little bit late, but we will have him here in a little bit. Jax is out on assignment, I believe, again this week, but he should be back in 2 weeks for us. And the man, the myth, the person sitting in the green chair over there, it is Greenfly. Welcome in, Greenfly.
Why would I be mute? Who is telling people to mute me?
Hector's telling us to mute you, so...
Hector, shut up.
And there we go.
Is my response.
And Hector's been told to shut up once. We should have a counter for that in the chat. But let's get to it. Like I said, we've got about an hour that we're going to talk, and then so we don't have a lot of time. But there is only 6 matches to go over, plus maybe some returns and stuff like that. I'm under the understanding that the Fight Pit match is supposed to be the main event tonight.
I have read the set. I have read the set.
So we'll go on that one last. I don't know the order of anything, but maybe the Bianca Belair. What's the last podcast Jackson's been in? He was here last time, so it was 19 or 20. He has been in a total of 5 of them, I would assume, but he was here the last time.
I think 6. I think
maybe 6, and he was probably planning on being here for this one, but then when it turned into a wrestling one, he is not here.
Jax is exempt from all wrestling talk.
That's true. And then I know that Rip is also out of town, so he is unavailable as well. So you just have myself and Greenfly right now, and then Dennis should be joining us here in a little bit.
Speaking of Jax, though, we did have a genuinely fun idea for the podcast planned tonight. We have been working away. We all sat in the Discord last Saturday, and we sat and actually planned something for once.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all there, even Jax.
Surprisingly, on our week off.
Yeah, he shows up when he's not needed.
It's true.
Which is good.
Yes.
But we've got some fun things planned for what was going to be this week, but they're going to be now next week.
Stay tuned.
And hopefully, I'm pretty confident Jax is going to be available. I'm pretty sure it was mainly Jax's idea.
It was mainly Jax's idea. We planned not very well, but we do plan some things. We actually have a game night planned also. So we'll see how that goes. But let's before Hector keeps tackling us, let's
going to be doing some drunken Uno.
Yes.
And I cannot wait.
I'm excited for that. Let's drunken Uno sounds like a lot of fun. Anyway, so let's bore Hector here by talking about wrestling. The Extreme Rules pay-per-view is tonight. Some Uno cards. Uno.
You have Uno, you dick.
Uno. So anyways, let's go with the match, right? I believe it's probably going to be the first match of the night. I believe it's Bianca Belair versus Bayley, just for the Raw Women's Championship, and it is a ladder match.
Hey, do you wanna put your prediction out there first?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put my prediction out there. I believe that this is a Bianca Belair win tonight. Because I believe that we're going to have a returning Charlotte Flair on Monday to challenge her, and I think she has to have the title for them to challenge her, for her to challenge her. So I believe it's going to be Bianca. Dennis has Bayley winning this one. No reasons given, but
I have gone with Bianca on the same reasoning. However, I think Charlotte is back.
You think Charlotte is back tonight?
I do.
Okay.
I think you said three names in terms of returns.
Yeah.
I agree with you on two.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
The first one, I don't think it's happening.
The first one, okay. Yeah, I mean, to me, there's 6 matches, but you can't have a surprise return. Like, you got to save something for the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, which could be where that first person would return at. You never know. Hector has Bianca.
I think Monday night's return is going to be a nightmare.
Interesting. That sounds like a tease to me. Well, we'll see how that goes. I don't really have a lot invested in this match.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot invested in the event. I'm interested in the fight pit match because it's two very good ring workers. It's two very good wrestlers.
Right.
The Daniel Cormier being there makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Like, they might as well have got me to special guest referee that.
Well, I think that's the setup for my first person, and we'll get to that when we get to that. Hector picked the name that he heard first. Okay, you're part of this, Hector. Hey, you are part of this, exactly. So I don't want to spend too much time on that one. I think it'll be a good match. I'm hoping that there's no... I mean, there's going to be outside interference in a lot of these matches because they're Extreme Rules. But I think Bianca wins relatively clean. As in, not like... I don't think it's going to be a lot of shenanigans in that match. I do believe...
No, I think it's going to be a somewhat clean victory. I don't think there's going to be any interference in the actual match. However, I do see there being a brawl ringside between like people out there representing Bayley and Bianca. I don't think Bayley and Bianca are going to be involved.
Right.
Maybe a couple of people come out to attack Bianca, and then people come flying down to protect her, and it's just a 2v2 brawl on the outside.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think there's the outside brawl. So we'll go with that. Now, pivoting on the outside brawl, let's go with the 6-man tag team match of the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Not even sure what that exactly is, other than they just need to beat the hell out of each other for a while.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like an old school tornado tag, so I don't think
there's no tags in. Everybody's in.
Yeah, I think it's just freebie.
All right. Hector has Imperium winning. I like it.
The Brutes.
Well, I was going to say Dennis has chosen the Brawling Brutes. No information given, but he has gone with the Brutes. You wait. You don't think you can spell the other name? You can't spell Brutes, but you can spell Imperium? Oh, my Lanta.
That takes some doing, to be fair, Hector.
But so Dennis has the Brutes. I'll let Greenfly go first on this one.
I have the Brutes. I'll be honest, there isn't really any reason to it. There's no... I don't have anything that I could even begin to swing or pull into a storyline coming off the back of Extreme Rules. I just think Sheamus is the pull in that match that he's gonna pull that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you, and I'm going to go on a limb and say you probably didn't watch SmackDown last night.
I haven't.
Okay, So
Don't tell me Sheamus is injured, because my entire pick's dead then.
no, Sheamus is not, as far as I know, injured. However, Sheamus and Gunther had the title match last night. Um, Gunther retained the title, but not without controversy. Gunther was in the Irish Cross submission and tapped out. And Lady Ref Jess literally saw him tap out, but he only tapped the mat twice. And apparently, to tap out, you need to tap the mat 3 times. So she waved off the tap out. Sheamus is upset. Gunther gets to the ropes. He hits his move and ends up winning the contest. It's been a big storm on Facebook about it, that Sheamus got robbed. Or, Lady Ref Jess has even responded that that's not a tap out. So I assume that's storyline driven. I assume that's because if it's just a miss, then that's a bad look. So I think it could be Lady Ref Jess is the GOAT, yes. I think it could be storyline driven, so that's why I'm going with a little bit more Imperium. I think they continue to push the rules and get these cheesy victories. I did see a little bit of somebody's booking of Sheamus just gets so upset and tries to win this title, the one title he has never won, that it basically consumes him. So I think that's why I think Imperium wins, because I think they just keep adding on to the losses for Sheamus until he finally gets a chance to win.
Makes sense.
So
yeah, I can get behind it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot to this match other than the match at SummerSlam. Oh, I'm sorry, Clash at the Castle was great. The match last night was okay. It's going to be a 6-man match, 6-man tag match tonight. They're just going to beat the hell out of each other. And it's probably going to be all over the arena, and it's really a coin flip of who wins this. I went with Imperium, but I can see it going either way. And I don't think, as Greenfly said, I don't think there's really a good storyline that comes out of it other than they're still going to fight after this pay-per-view or this premium live event.
Yeah, for me, the result of this doesn't make anything happen. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Now, there's always a possibility of, Imperium brings in another person during this match, to join their group. Who knows? Who knows where this is going? But
can we make it Pete Dunne and call him Pete Dunne?
No, he's Butch. He's on the other side.
Yeah, but can we have him change teams and just let people call him Pete Dunne?
No, we let him have his clothes back. We just don't let him have his name. We just don't let him have his name back.
Don't know where Butch came from, and it doesn't make sense. Just call him Pete Dunne.
So I mean, that's where I'm at on that one. I think the next match can go either way. So I think we're gonna have differing opinions on this. I actually honestly didn't look at yours or Dennis's yet. We have the Women's SmackDown Women's Championship. It is in a Extreme Rules match with Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Dennis has chosen Liv Morgan for this match.
Yes.
I have gone with Ronda Rousey for this match. I think she's the bigger name. She's the bigger draw. And Liv is doing... You choose the second one. Good job, Hector. Hector's got Ronda also.
Does he know he's got Ronda, or does he just think he has the second one?
He's got the second one. He's not sure who it is yet, but he's got the second one. But I think Ronda having the belt going into Survivor Series, going into Day 1, I think that's a better opportunity. There's some face wrestlers on the SmackDown side that could go after her. You could even have some Raw people go after her. With the returning Candice LeRae, you could have a Rachel Rodriguez. I think there's several more face women that could challenge her for a couple months after Liv gets her rematch. But I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey on this one.
Hi, Jags.
I downed a Baja Blast, passed out, just woke up, and I do not feel well.
Wow, well, it's not going to make you.
Baja Blast?
It's
Huh?
Mountain Dew.
No, I mean yes.
It's a flavored Mountain Dew.
It is.
Oh, we don't get that.
A blast of natural and artificial tropical lime flavor.
Mostly found in the native Taco Bells in the U.S.
No,
Well,
I found this at my local grocery.
I did buy a 12-pack of it at the local grocer. Well, if you're not feeling well yet, I mean, we're in for a wrestling podcast tonight, so.
This is news to me. I wasn't paying attention to anything that was happening.
I mean, we figured this out probably yesterday, maybe even a few days ago.
I picked the second one, Hector. So it's on Greenfly to break the tie.
Actually, Jax, we figured this out when we were doing the little planning session last week because we figured out what was happening. The stuff we're planning to do, where we were going to do some things that involve films and stuff like that, we're doing that next episode, 2 weeks' time.
I see. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Jax. Thanks for joining us.
I absolutely love that man. He's one of my favorite people.
Exactly.
Where were we? Because that has just thrown everything.
We were at a tie right now for one for Liv Morgan, one for Ronda Rousey, and you get to break the tie for the podcast here.
It is going to be broken in favor of Liv Morgan.
Oh, okay.
2 reasons. The first one is she's very attractive.
I mean, I think that helps her win, yeah.
Yeah, it does. She's very attractive. She's a popular choice. I think she's carrying the belt very well at the minute. I think it's not doing any harm to the belt being on Liv's shoulder. Like, it is so good for the crowd every time. And I don't think Ronda wins Extreme Rules. I think if Ronda's coming back and winning a belt, it's not going to be Extreme Rules. I think she wins it Survivor Series. Because I don't think they're doing champion v champion anymore, are they?
Right. No, I mean, those are good choices. Greenfly has taken the first one. Hector gets confused a little bit if you don't say the first one or the second one. So he is on the first one.
Well, Hector, if you listen to what Doman says, right, he will say one name first and the other name second. If I say the name that he said first, that's the first. Shut up.
So the next match we have here is the strap match between Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross. Now I'm assuming this is a normal strap match that I remember. He's back. He's back for the strap.
Back. Hello, Jax.
Jax is back for a strap.
I just woke up.
Wait.
No, you didn't. You've been and spoken to us.
Interesting.
Jax, are you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
I just told you I was sick.
Yeah, and then you left, and then you came back and said you've just woke up.
Yeah, I did.
Again? After you left?
No.
That's a quick nap.
It was a quick nap.
If you had Baja Blast, woke up, came in.
From 4 to 7. So it was a quick nap.
Sounds
then
good.
Then again, I was asleep since... Then woke up at 4 and then decided, you know what I need? More sleep. So I woke up when my alarm went up, which was at 7.
Alright, so you slept from 8 to 7.
No, no, no. I woke up at 4. Started
How long did you
watching
stay? How long did you stay
uh,
awake for it for?
Simon Max, Freelance Police, and then I passed out again. I was awake for maybe like 5 minutes tops.
Oh,
That
good.
doesn't count. That doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it does. I
All
was
right.
That
awake.
doesn't count.
All right,
I
so
was
you slept from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. with a 5-minute awakening.
watching YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. That was.
I mean,
asleep
that's
from
that's
8 till 7.
that's 13 hours of sleep, which is whatever. No, actually, I'm sorry. 11 hours. Math is hard. 11 hours
Uh-huh.
of sleep, which I mean, I'll give you the 5 minutes, but like if I wake up in the middle of the night to like go to the bathroom or something like that, I don't count that as hey, I woke up. You know, that takes me
Yeah,
about
I'm
5
up.
minutes. You
I'm
know,
up.
Yeah, you definitely did woke. You woke up and fucking walked around.
I mean, I did, but then I went to the bathroom. Took me about 5 minutes. I went back to sleep. I didn't
You were
get
awake
to.
for 5 minutes. Yeah.
I was still sleeping.
Hey, this is the life of a line cook, alright?
Oh, what?
The only time I'm awake,
A line cook, dumb.
Oh, okay.
yeah. The only time I'm awake is when I'm at work.
True. I like it.
And when you're meant to be doing the podcast.
And when I'm meant to be doing the podcast.
Well, he's not really awake for that either. But
Yeah.
Ooh, my tablecloth came in today.
oh, he's got new tablecloths.
Be back for last.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I
So
mean, I'd say I'd be back, but I got a wireless headset, so
interesting.
you're gonna have to suffer.
Sounds good. So you're gonna have to suffer because the next match we have is the strap match between Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross. I assume this is the like old school rules where they both have a strap on their wrists, and they have to go and touch the 4 turnbuckles for this match to be over. I assume that's what the rules are.
Something else
for that.
Start saying strap.
Right.
I haven't heard anything saying it's.
No.
They'll probably give us the rules for that.
Jax, have you left your PC?
Yes,
You turned into a robot.
I'm downstairs.
So Dennis is taking. Ooh, Hector's going with Drew McIntyre. Dennis is taking Karrion Kross here, and I'd really like to hear what his reasonings for that are. But that's what he is going with. So I will let Greenfly take the go on this one.
No, I went first last time.
What's that?
I went first last time.
No, you went last time because you broke the tie. But I mean, I'll go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So I'm going with Drew McIntyre. Never heard the other guy. Exactly, Hector. Good logic. I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
You can't win if they're not real.
It's true. I don't really have a good reason for this. And if I had to think about it like right now, I'd probably switch my pick to Karrion Kross. Because I think that furthers the storyline. But I've already taken Drew McIntyre, so I'm going to stay with Drew McIntyre. I think there needs to be, for Drew's sake, I think he needs to win. And maybe even after the match, he might get beaten down a lot more. He's gotten beaten down a couple times recently on the programming. So I think this is his redemption. But then I think Karrion Kross probably leaves standing tall out of this match. He might lose the match, but I think he's standing tall after the match. Don't really have a lot to go on here. It's kind of a feud that's pretty much only within the last month or so, and they really haven't got into it too much. So I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre, and we will see what Greenfly has to say.
I also went with Drew.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say I'm going to change my pick, but there's no real reasoning for me picking Drew. Like you say, it doesn't do much for the storyline. It doesn't do much. If he does win, he's probably going to get hit later anyway. I don't know. I think there's not a lot of like huge matches that are going to do anything on this card anyway. Like the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium's pointless. This match isn't going to get anything hyped. I think they're probably going to give it to Drew maybe for the crowd's sake, and that is the only reasoning I have.
Right. No, yeah, I think this pay-per-view is a good idea, but I think it's in the middle of storylines. It's going to build storylines, but this is a glorified Raw or SmackDown. I don't think there's a lot that you could be like, oh, I can't believe that happened at Extreme Rules. Like, it's just in the middle of two pay-per-views. It's in between Clash of the Castle, which was a big pay-per-view, and Survivor Series. So
it's a filler. It's a filler event.
Right.
That's the thing.
Exactly. So we agree on that one. We're going against Dennis on that one. So for the next match, we have an I Quit match. And this is between Edge and Finn Balor. Dennis...
I don't mind. Yeah, do you want to start with Dennis's and then we'll do ours?
I've always started with Dennis.
Yeah, I keep forgetting though.
Dennis is going... Hector has Finn Balor winning. Nice. Dennis has Finn Balor winning. And I believe... I don't remember exactly. I know he had given some reasons for that. I believe he had a reason of, like, somebody, maybe his wife might come down and, like, Edge's wife might come down and throw a towel in.
Dennis's reasoning was pretty much exactly that. The match is going to be quite grueling, probably see some blood.
Right.
With it being Extreme Rules. Probably going to be some outside interference from Judgment Day.
Yeah.
He thinks Beth Phoenix is going to be the one that says I quit.
Right, for him.
Yes. I don't see that happening.
Okay.
I do not see a world in which Finn Balor wins this in any way. I can see there being a world in which no one says I quit, but no one, like, they're both just done and the referee calls a no contest. I can see that happening. I don't think it will, but I can sort of see a world in which that does happen. The Edge is not saying I quit. If Edge says I quit, he retires.
Right.
And they're not retiring him at Extreme Rules.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with that, and I actually am on the same side as that. I don't see Edge saying I quit. I don't know how you get Finn Balor to say I quit, but I'm going with Edge on this one. I'm not sure how. But I think during this match is when Bray Wyatt comes out. I think the returning Bray Wyatt returns during this match, during the I Quit match.
But who, if anyone, does he attack?
I don't know if he has to attack anybody. I think he comes out at the end of this match. Because you might not know if he is a face or heel at that point. Because obviously if he attacks Edge, he's a heel. If he attacks Finn, he's a face.
Yeah.
I think he comes out at this match. And then the speculation is, what side's he on? Is he on Edge's side? Is he on Finn's side? Because the Demon and the Fiend kind of have a little bit of a history.
Oh no, Dorman, you've just set my brain cells off. I know what I want to happen. I know what I want to happen, but it's not going to happen. I know what I want to happen.
What do you want to happen?
I want Edge to be getting... I want Edge to have the upper hand. And I want Damian Priest and Dom Mysterio to come down the ramp, get in the ring, have Finn, Priest, and Dom stood around Edge, circling him like sharks. That little funny screen effect that Bray used to have pops up. Lights go off. Lights come back on. And in the middle of the ring, like so sort of on the outer, not like so they're inside the ropes, but sort of like towards the ropes, you've got Finn, Priest, Dom, and then dead center of the ring, you've got Edge standing back to back with Strowman and Wyatt. The Wyatt family's back with Edge on their side. Make them face, have them protect Edge, and let the Wyatt family run riot for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's a I can see it happening. There's a lot of things. I think we had once again, if you didn't watch the SmackDown, Triple H started the show.
I've seen bits of it. I've seen Triple H bit.
Right, and you saw him flip the mic over with the QR code.
Yes,
okay.
I didn't scan the QR code.
Well, the QR code is literally let me in, just being repeated, and it showed a picture of the pig that Wyatt used. So I mean, it's unless they're going out of their way to just punk everybody. It's what Wyatt Bray is showing up, like whether he's actually physically there or something, he is going to be there. This could be the worst kept secret since Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
But I don't. The thing is, you can't say this is a worst kept secret because it's not a secret.
That's what I mean, and neither was Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes was a secret. Cody Rhodes wasn't. They didn't do any WWE didn't do anything.
No, but most people
they did things in their power to not do anything to say that Cody Rhodes is coming back to WWE. It got out, and then it got a lot of traction. A lot of big names in that sort of industry of inside information. It got a lot of traction from a lot of people.
Yeah,
that is a badly kept secret because they let something slip to the wrong person. With this isn't them trying to keep a secret. This is just them going, we're not going to tell you, out and out it's happening, but we're going to let you know it's happening, and if you figure it out from what we give you, cool. If you don't, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could kind of liken this a little bit to the CM Punk AEW. Basically, everything short of CM Punk will be here on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Everything short of that. You knew it was going to be him. You knew what was coming on. So I think this is the same thing. They're like, okay, well, you want to see Bray Wyatt. There are reports that Bray Wyatt was in Philadelphia 3 days ago. You want to see him. We're telling you it's going to be here. We're literally we want you to tune into this. So, and we're doing it on a pay-per-view and not regular TV like AEW did. So this is my spot for him. I think he comes out during this match. I think this is the match. Thank you for the follow, the White Rabbit. I appreciate the follow. Welcome to the Donuts.
That is either Dennis has joined the stream. He knows we're talking about the Bray Wyatt stuff and WWE leaks, or that is very incredible timing.
I think that's not Dennis. I can't tell exactly what those emojis are, but that's pretty damn awesome. But yes, I believe that's the spot for him. And once again, I don't think he chooses a side tonight. You think he chooses Edge's side? I don't think he chooses a side.
I'm trying to figure out these emojis. This is cryptic.
Yeah. Well, this obviously wasn't somebody that just created this account. This account's been created for a couple weeks.
In that case, that timing is insane.
Yeah, and they have 50 followers. So, but welcome in the White Rabbit.
That timing's kind of scary.
Right. Um, but so I think this is the spot.
Is the rabbit off? It's that rabbit though. Like, oh, I'm confused.
You're confused? I am, not confused.
Doman, load the profile.
Uh-huh.
It's the rabbit that WWE leaked.
Yes. Who killed the world?
This was
Yes. But thank you, White Rabbit, for being here. Thank you for joining into the conversation and adding more into the conversation, even more than we expected.
I'm so confused.
I like the 6 in the night at the end, because that's in Bray's Twitter handle. Also, anyways, moving on. So for the last match of the night, we do have the Fight Pit match, and I would have preferred if I thought Edge and Finn was going to be the last match of the night. That's when I feel that Bray or the Fiend come out for that match. But now that I think that Riddle versus Seth Rollins in a Fight Pit match, refereed by Daniel Cormier, is the last match, I think he comes out earlier than that. So this is a Fight Pit match. Dennis has Seth Rollins winning this match. I will go next on this one. I believe this is also Seth Rollins winning this match. I don't know if Seth can just keep losing in matches, in pay-per-view matches. Even though Riddle is probably more advanced in this type of thing. This is a match where I think if we have a return in this match, as it's the last match of the night, I think this is a match where we could possibly have Brock Lesnar come back during this match. And this is why I think Rollins wins, because Brock obviously is going to come back as a face. He's going to probably come back more against Daniel Cormier than anything. So I don't know if Cormier necessarily calls it down the line. But I feel that this is a Seth Rollins win, but this is a Brock Lesnar return. Because from what I've read, he's not set up for... He's supposed to be set up for Extreme Rules. This could be his appearance for that. He's set up to be at day one.
Who's this? Sorry.
Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
And then Royal Rumble. So this is his appearance for Extreme Rules. You get through Survivor Series, and then you might have a Daniel Cormier, Brock Lesnar type of fight or type of match at day one. That's my suggestion. So I think it's Rollins wins, but I also think we have a return tonight. So I have three returns, 2 tonight. I have Bray and Brock returning tonight, and Charlotte returning on Monday. So I have Rollins winning this match.
I also have Rollins winning this match. I'm not too invested in the Brock Lesnar side of it. However, I pretty much agree that Rollins, there's no sense because Rollins isn't going to be the next person to challenge Reigns. It's too close to the Rumble and Mania for Rollins to start a big feud with Reigns now, with how little Reigns is going to be a main event, like pay-per-view events and stuff. So he's not next in line for a title. There's no comeback story for Rollins in the pipeline for him to continuously lose and lose and lose. It doesn't make sense. He's too good to keep losing. I don't see them extending it any further. I can see Rollins winning it. I have no idea what to expect. I've not really seen a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last one would have been like Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn when they were in the WWE together, or WWF at that time. It's just a cage match, smaller cage.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and I'm sure that's the same thing that they're going to go with.
oh.
So I mean that's why I was pretty sure this would be the last match of the night, because they have to break down the, I don't know how much of the ring they have to break down, but they have to actually build this. Yeah, they have to build the structure.
Yeah, it's a steel cage.
Yeah.
With a scaffolded platform around the top edge.
Yeah, I if I remember correctly, when Shamrock did that, he actually might have went against like Owen Hart also. They call it the Lion's Den match, I believe, at that point. So, but yeah, that's mine. But I'm hoping we see Brock. I mean, I was kind of really hoping to see Brock on Monday night. Because it was in Minnesota. The Monday Night Raw was in Minnesota last Monday. So I was kind of hoping to see him then. It's a ways to go to get that. Like, the Cormier news is kind of all within like the last week. Like, oh, all of a sudden Daniel Cormier is just going to be the guest referee, and he was very awkward in his like speech, vignette, backstage interview, whatever he was doing. So I think we're several years removed from having a good Brock Lesnar Daniel Cormier fight. But I think WWE can do it because they did just have Brock and Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, that one not long ago.
Yeah, that was, 2 years ago at Crown Jewel. So that's kind of what we're looking at here is, just kind of something to maybe, punch up numbers for day one, which would be the pay-per-view or the premium live event after Survivor Series. And if I remember correctly, they do day one on the actual 1st of January.
Yeah, it's on New Year's Day.
Yeah, so which is a Sunday, so it works out well for that. Yeah, that's my thinking at least. Because I don't know why you have Daniel Cormier if there's not a plan. And maybe there's a plan later down the road, and tonight's not it. But I feel that this is a tailor-made situation for Brock to come back and not be involved in the championship picture, but still be involved in storylines.
Yeah.
Because the Brock and Roman was getting old, especially with him not winning. So he at least can come back and be involved in that. And you could even have a Brock and Rollins, match before you have Cormier. Or you can have, something along those lines. Brock doesn't play well with others, I don't think, so you really don't want to have a tag team match with him and Riddle.
I would love to see
that would be kind of funny. I mean, we didn't think that Riddle and Randy Orton was going to work.
If you wrote it the same way that they wrote Riddle and Orton, of Riddle just annoying him into becoming his friend,
right?
I reckon that'd be so good. Just Brock Lesnar, like, go away.
Right.
Riddle just puts his arm around him. Nah, bruh.
Right. Now, going back to Dennis's pick, since he's not here, he did say that he has some returns tonight also. He does believe Bray Wyatt is going to return tonight. But he had Randy Orton returning, but then he kind of took that back, and he has the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin returning. And he didn't put why, and I'm not sure where. Because like the last thing we really saw of Baron Corbin was he was talking to or got into the limo with the voice of JBL. So he was in that. Corbin was in the feud with.
But they
Madcap, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, who else was he?
I'm not...
But I mean, I don't see a spot, I guess. So I'm not. I wish Dennis was here to tell us, like where he fits in here, because obviously it has to be a men's match somewhere along the line.
He'll come out and just end the days like Bailey.
Right, yeah. I don't think he has. I mean, maybe he can go after Riddle. Maybe. Maybe he has.
Yeah,
Drew. Was it Drew? Like him and Drew kind of had a thing going, because like his big thing was Pat McAfee. Like he was like in that kind of program with McAfee. So
maybe it just comes between matches and assault Pat. Is Pat there?
No, he's not. He's on Game Day, so he doesn't even go to the WWE anymore. And maybe, I had mentioned it way early on in the podcast here. Imperium's looking for another member, possibly. Maybe he gets involved with them.
He didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, he did have quite a good feud with Sheamus when he was the Lone Wolf.
Right.
That could be.
Yeah. So I guess I wouldn't have thought of him. So I'm wondering where Dennis would have placed him in. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the limited matches we have for this pay-per-view. We do have 2 title matches. They are both the women's matches, so I'm kind of a little upset about that we didn't have any, Bobby Lashley, or I even forget who even has the U.S. title half the time. Who does have the U.S. title at this point? But we have no Usos. We have no Roman Reigns. And as far as I know, even the 2 women's matches.
Bobby Lashley is the U.S. title.
Oh, who's Intercontinental? Sorry. Oh, it's Gunther. Yeah. Gunther's got that. So he's on the show, but not defending it. Lashley is not even on the show. He had just fought Mustafa Ali on Monday night, which looks like a pretty good push for Ali at that point. But yeah, we have no Usos. We have no Roman Reigns. Now, the Usos are interesting because now we have a little bit of a friction here between the Usos and Roman after last night's Friday Night SmackDown. We have a little bit of Sami Zayn action in there. Maybe the New Day kind of get a shot at the tag team titles and maybe to knock them off. Who knows what happens with that. And then, actually, I keep saying Survivor Series. Survivor Series is not the next Premium Live event. The next Premium Live event after tonight is where Logan Paul is going to go up against Roman. So, and I think Brock is scheduled to be there at that one. And the name is just left my mind. Just as I was getting ready to say it. Shoot. what is it?
I don't even know what you're going for.
The premium where Logan Paul and Crown Jewel. That's it. So that one is actually in between now and Survivor Series, and I believe Brock is set for that. So I was saying Brock and Cormier at day one. We don't have to wait until January 1st. That could be a big match at Crown Jewel between the two of them. And that would be kind of standard of what WWE does. They kind of bring in the part-timers, the Undertakers, the, DX, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, when they do these big international shows. They bring in, the kind of the part-timers. So that would be a good spot. So I'm even more confident now about Brock showing up. And I would hope tonight. And then set up some sort of match. I mean, and then that could be against, Seth Rollins at that also, or it could be against Cormier at Crown Jewel.
Yeah. I mean, Cormier Lesnar at Crown Jewel makes sense because of the event it is. Like, there's not going to be much happen from the storyline point of view.
Right.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, these are the type of events. I mean, these are the type of events that you have Tyson Fury and Cain Velasquez, that you bring in these big draws that you want to kind of match up with what you have to make it even a bigger event. So, I'm even more confident that we will have that match. I'm not sure if Brock comes tonight. I'm going to say he comes tonight, but that you have that match set up for the next pay-per-view. So we are about 5 to 8 minutes away from the start of Extreme Rules. Any last thoughts, Greenfly? Anything that you have or that you think here?
No, I'm looking forward to Monday night when there's a bit of a nightmare.
Would you like to expand on that?
Nope.
Okay. He thinks Monday night will be a nightmare.
I'll expand on it next week. I'm going to do WWE and just drop a hint every week.
Oh, every week. I like it. Now, I mean, Monday night should be pretty good. We'll just move ahead there real quick. We have the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. We do have DX confirmed with X-Pac and Road Dogg. The fifth member is currently signed to a different organization.
Nah, it's alright. Doesn't matter. We don't talk about that stuff.
Right. And then we have the Bloodline will be at Raw tomorrow or Monday night. The full Bloodline will be there. The only thing that I kind of wish for tonight is it is Extreme Rules. It is in Philadelphia. But people, like, I was watching Bound for Glory, the TNA pay-per-view on Friday night, and Tommy Dreamer's already with TNA. Bully Ray showed up to Bound for Glory, so he's with them. Rhino was at Bound for Glory. So, like, you kind of want that ECW flair because it's Extreme Rules and it's in Philadelphia, and I don't think you can get the old school ECW flair, which is kind of it's missing because you kind of expect that it kind of goes together. ECW, Extreme Rules, Philadelphia.
Extreme Rules should have had. I need to sneeze. 2 seconds. Pardon me. Extreme Rules should have had a lot of the stuff that is taking place at Crown Jewel.
And we're back live. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it was weird.
But yeah. So we didn't hear anything that Greenfly had to say when we were talking about being in Philadelphia for Extreme Rules.
So pretty much what I was saying was, they should have done a lot of the stuff they're gonna do at Crown Jewel at Extreme Rules. They should have had Roman Reigns, not versus Logan Paul, versus someone like Rollins, at Extreme Rules and make an Extreme Rules match and have the biggest titles on stage in a bloodfest. In a slugfest. Anything you can think to describe it, do that. And then have Riddle versus Rollins in a stupid stipulation at Crown Jewel. Have Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match at Crown Jewel. Like, it's Crown Jewel. It's pointless. Do it with pointless matches. Have the good matches and have the big names fight at what is and what has been for a long time considered one of the better pay-per-views for match stipulations in WWE, because you can do anything. It's called Extreme Rules. If you can think of anything in your head that is just dangerous and fun, you can do it at Extreme Rules. Have Roman Reigns throw somebody through 17 tables. Because he can.
True. Yeah, I mean, but I think they missed the boat. But hopefully, we're in for a good night of extremeness, Extreme Rules for the premium live event. But that's all the time that we have for tonight. Greenfly, would you like to send us home?
No, obviously, thanks everyone for watching. It's nice to hear from Jax as well. I've been Greenfly. He's been Doorman. Dennis was overly late. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for some more Still Talking podcast.
My God, are you still talking?